Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Houston Texans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
This could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnists write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Here now the offensive starters for Atlanta.
And partner, sometimes it's good for a team to get the Thursday nighter right after a loss because you don't have very long to stew on what just happened.
Boom, Vernon.
Down he goes.
You don't want to re-sign, you don't get traded. Get those sacks up to the trade deadline.
Now that was just
some first-round picks for you.
Man coverage, nowhere for them to go with the football, led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
He's got
there you
to
go.
hook up to Miller.
That's some third down defense right there.
The 40 at the 38-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance.
Moss, block that guy.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And there is, he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Time to see how Atlanta will line up defensively. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a 1st down.
Oh, come on.
The 40. Past the 20.
Ridiculous.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Give up so many touchdowns on that play.
His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness?
Damn
the
it.
burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
This will be taken about the 12.
What are you guys doing? Block someone.
25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Watson, off play action.
God, wearing.
But it's incomplete.
Oh my God.
Oh man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
It's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, and they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
We cannot get this game going.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Snap the damn ball, Deshaun.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Set. 19. You got three down.
They'll run on first down. It's Haynes.
I gotta cut that back inside when I see the tight end
make it
on
2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd and 9, Watson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson.
Nash making a big play.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. And he's going to be taken down, back around the 35.
He just held the ball. QT would have ran across wide open. Come on.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And taking it to the 15-yard line before it's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
I actually love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
There we go.
Just what you want on a
now we got the running game going.
Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll try the left side.
Come on, man.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Got to get the 6 here. Got to have it. Bring in Big Boy Birch.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Collectively, great defense. It takes all 11, especially down here toward the goal line.
The call comes in, and the call essentially says all 11 have to make a play here. You have to show toughness. We just saw it there.
On 2nd and goal, Watson rolling to his left. Toward the
ran it
zone,
in.
but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Took a whole quarter to get a field goal.
So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D's. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to look to
Oh, my God, Aaron.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before
Christ.
getting this inside the 30.
Oh,
The Falcons going to use the
Lord.
second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
No, God.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenge in your offense right here. You know, hey, guys.
Oh, man, he was out of bounds.
See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Watson now to throw.
There you go, Nash. There you go, Nash.
Grab at the 8.
Oh, he was out of bounds. Come on.
24 yards. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw, Watson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and goal from inside the 5. Here's Watson. Dancing to his left.
No, Deshaun.
Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. So we have reached. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
I'm doing everything wrong today.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
God. He's got a field goal out of that.
Returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script.
Man, we cannot run the ball today.
Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing on 2nd down.
Oh, my God, Deshaun.
There he goes, left
Fucking tackle.
And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. And before they can get the play off, here's a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball. That's their first of this second half. Point after here coming up. And it's 21-3.
Man.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And now out comes Houston. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs.
Christ, man.
Goes down. Grady Jarrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Oh, come on, Hart. What is that back and forth?
When you run a screen pass really well, you gotta like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball
Jesus, Deshaun, why are you diving forward slide?
Set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Switch.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down. But now
Damn it, how did he catch that?
That adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball.
Score super
being
quick.
rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
That, don't you?
Oh, my God. Nobody wants to fucking win today. Everybody is trying their hardest for us not to win the game.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
Aaron,
And
follow
they'll
the
get
block,
out of this
Aaron,
before
follow the
being
block.
stopped at the 28. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
QT. Oh, damn it, QT, you dropped the 2?
Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defense.
It's not. It's not. When you put the ball right in their hand, they should catch it.
How about being able to hit a
Fucking
moving
receivers.
target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
To throw is
Oh,
Watson.
double coverage. Go. Go, Hart. Go, Hart.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got him. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
What the fuck are you doing?
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
God, throw the ball!
Again, and down he goes again. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And he'll take this one in.
Let's go.
For the Texans
Let's
touchdown.
go.
A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss. Gets that
God.
Pressure down he goes.
Can I have 1 second to throw the football? 7 sacks today.
And ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This is taken at the 3.
Oh, my God. Now we're missing
Solid
tackles.
return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, we got 4 down.
On first down, Sheffield. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Back now in Houston, it's the Falcons. They've got the football, they've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he will find Ridley. That's complete.
Aren't you covering him? Why are you so far off of him, Goodwin?
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up.
There you go, Vernon. Yeah, let's go. That's the way to make a play.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8
score
on the
super
return.
quick, like in a minute and a half.
Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it.
Flag. Face mask. Out of bounds. Personal foul.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now Watson. Right side.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Oh, man.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
It's not serious.
Watson now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Now it's Watson.
No! Aaron, what are you doing?
Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Oh, my goodness.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. They'll try and set up the
Get the turn upfield. Why are you stopping?
So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Open man is
QT. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Watson. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2.
Touchdown! Touchdown! Let's go! Let's go!
Deshaun Watson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own.
Come on, defense.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Okay, we got plenty of time. 2 timeouts. We don't do this.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone.
3 and out, baby. 3 and out.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open.
God, how the fuck does that happen?
You want plays, they're going to gain yardage. How would you say?
Hurry up.
Right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll run it with Madison. He's at the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Alexander Madison, his 4th touchdown on the year.
Terrible.
And the Falcons push further out in front.
All that work to get back in the game.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum, but not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. This one taken just inside the 10.
After mistake today.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jones, the linebacker, and he returns it into enemy
premium in these games, and now in this...
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. On second down, this is Madison. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. And now we'll get a stoppage. Works on him. We'll step aside and be right back. The Falcons on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Falcons send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And no return.
Oh my, why are...
Signal for and taken.
Jesus Christ, you gotta be kidding me.
Punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
No pressure. Still make a terrible, terrible throw.
One thing they look for in a quarterback, but when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Falcons grab it.
Oh my God, Deshaun.
These guys set up great now. 1st and goal. And the Pigs get at the 7-yard line.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job 1 paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll look to throw.
Pick it.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, Sheffield.
Oh my God.
Into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
With 3 scores in this game, I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum, filet at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's true. Filet, 10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Back now onto the field comes the Atlanta defense. And they forced the fumble last time. Now 4 turnovers for this defense. They've been darn good.
It's become a feeding frenzy, hasn't it? I mean, almost like the Sharks. When they descend upon their prey, that's what they've done this entire game. 4 takeaways, they preach it, and today they're living it.
Well, when you have that many, you probably think, all right, well, we'll just get another one now, right?
That's how it works. Everyone feels like, if I didn't get one, I'm doing something wrong.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Jesus.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Deion Jones, his 2nd sack of the night. Back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing on 3rd and long. McQueen going for it all. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now they go for
They drop it.
4th, but this one is going to wind
Dropped
up
it, man.
incomplete.
Had the ball in his hand, took a step and dropped it.
Little time remaining, and the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Ready? 60 outlaw. 2 times 2. Go.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons.
Bad game.
Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home.
Did all the things wrong.
Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better.
11 yards per
that
play.
got it done
11.5 yards per play.
So for Atlanta, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Houston, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our